Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, guys, last night was a lot of fun.
Yes. It was a lot of questions and a lot of getting to know us. That was a blast over at Ridge Life Ramblings.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Yeah, we went live with Tim with Ridge Life on his side channel, which is Ridge Life Ramblings. And I'm still in my clothes from yesterday, but anyhow, he had us playing like this newlyweds game where we had to write down our answers on a paper, and it was like what I think Gary's going to say, what he thinks I'm going to say. It was a really good Q&A as well, but I think my favorite part was that game.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was super fun.
That was fun. Smooth peanut butter, babe. Smooth peanut butter.
Smooth, yeah.
Yeah, smooth.
Smooth. Even though I like chunky.
Yeah, Gary does like chunky, but I like it smooth, and since I buy the groceries, and the kids like it smooth too. They don't really like crunchy. But we should keep a little jar of crunchy around here for you.
I just like it because I'm nuts about nuts in a sense. Like
You don't say.
that was always my backup snack when I was at work. It was, when I felt like I was my energy level was starting to dive, it was like, all right, grab some nuts and throw them in and start eating them, and it give me enough protein for the rest of the day, and so I can go grab some lunch, and it was perfect. Yeah. Same thing with like trail mix too. I
don't dislike crunchy. I like it. It's just it's not my preference. You know what I mean? I will eat anything.
Trust me, I like creamy too. Like I'm not, but if I had to choose one or the other, I would say crunchy. Yeah,
that was our first question last night on Tim's channel when we were doing the whole game thing. That was the first question.
What would Mel like? And I was like, oh, I know what she likes. She likes the smooth. We've talked about this one before.
Yeah, we discussed it amongst our 13 years.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, 13 years together.
Been a long, long time.
It's been a long time since a rock and roll. Yep. Yep. But today, friends, it's very windy outside again. Like, I think the wind is just picking up speed. It's worse than it was a couple of days ago this morning. Like, things are blowing around everywhere. I'm a little nervous about the trees. There's a couple trees that are moving pretty good.
There are.
But
we have two dead trees. Yeah, we have two dead trees that are more precarious. Precarious, yeah. And those are the ones that I'm more so like.
We might need to get over there and get the chopping. You can do that role playing lumberjacking for me if you want. I see what I did there.
But at the same time too, though, the wind, the way that they're going, that's the way I want it to go.
Yeah.
So if it does end up going, it's gonna go in a good way. I would think.
I don't think it would be bad. And all of our vehicles are out of the way, and there should be nothing that would land on our build site. So. No. But it would still just be,
one of those precarious things that we're like, But with all the other nasty winds that we've had, like, I'm surprised that they haven't gone. With that huge ice storm that we had such gnarly winds.
They're just sitting over there in the woods all, I'm still standing.
Yeah, I thought for sure that they were going to go during that last winter storm. I was like, oh man, that's a lot of weight, and that's a lot of wind, that's a lot of everything, and nope.
They're still
sitting there. Like, which at this point, it's probably stronger than anything right now. So. But
the wind is really crazy right now because it's blowing in a big old nasty storm our way. We don't know when, of course, it's exactly going to hit us. We just know that it's going to hit today. Yep. Now, the weather app says that it should be around noon, so that does give us some time to go outside and do a few things. But again, I don't think we're going to do too much other than just completion of measurements, and which you got pretty much everything under control yesterday for the most part. We could mark the top boards.
Yep.
If we wanted to do anything outside, maybe throw a couple of king studs in.
But get the double top plate all the way to this last little spot over here.
Maybe, but I mean that's a lot of cutting, and that takes time. It's not just throw the boards up there.
No, it's not.
I mean, as we know, the last time we were doing the double top plate, it took us all day, and we got halfway, and we were working really.
Yeah.
And today we're only, if we go outside and do stuff, we're only gonna have like a couple hours.
Yeah, we're only gonna have 3 hours roughly. Because the way that this storm is going, and it's this wind is pushing, so those clouds are moving pretty quick.
It was brighter this morning when we took the kids to school than it is right now. The clouds are making it darker and darker.
So who knows? It might be
knows?
one of those things where as soon as we get everything out again, you know, it starts raining, and we're
pack
like,
it up and bring it in. I don't know. So we're trying to gauge and see what we want to do today. Originally, like all week, we had planned on. We thought the rain was going to be like first thing this morning, and like going all day. But then it did get pushed back so the rain's probably not going to start until the afternoon. So like all week, we were planning on today being a day like just a wash day, a rained out day. So we might still just take it, since it's only, if we do get out and do some stuff, it's only going to be for like, you know, a couple hours anyway. We might just say and rest and get things done inside that we need to get done. Tomorrow is going to be a super busy day for us of running around, so it might be better for us just to do that than try to you know, go through all the aggravation of setting everything up just to have to rush and put it all away.
Yep.
And I know this weekend, we are planning on this weekend getting a lot of work done up there and finalizing a ton of stuff before our big truss party next week. Because this weekend is supposed to be abundant sunshine and beautiful weather, and we have to kind of get it while the getting's good. So I know that this weekend we're going to be very busy doing all that. So
I'm just hoping that the storm comes and goes and
that's what it's supposed
leaves
to
us
do.
alone, like it says.
It's supposed to.
Supposed to. Supposed to. We'll
Supposedly.
see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
We are going to find out.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out today, friends.
Pretty much. So, but it's also bringing in some really good strong winds and everything else, and it's calling for a pretty nasty storm. So definitely, people out there, be safe.
Batten down the hatches.
Batten it down. Get yourself squared away.
Make sure you got all your provisions.
Yep.
Speaking of, we still have enough gas and stuff left over if in case some of this wind blows down somebody's a power line.
Yep, we've got plenty of that, and it's all we've already tested it.
Yeah, no, we had to use it. I mean, we might end up be going through it again like that by the time that the day's over, between today and tomorrow, maybe. Who knows? But this storm is, I mean, they're talking about it's going to be really nasty.
Yeah.
So,
we'll
like
see what
tomorrow,
happens.
we're supposed to, just tomorrow, not even today, we're supposed to get over an inch again, right? Isn't that what you were saying this morning?
We're probably going to be getting close to an inch within all the rain from what it was looking like.
Between today and tomorrow, or just tomorrow?
All day tomorrow, probably. And within today, I think it's only calling for like a quarter of an inch or something like that. I can't remember.
Which is still a lot,
I was just looking at when the rain is really going to be hitting.
Yeah.
I wasn't really looking at how much.
Well, you said something this morning. I was still waking up. I'm still waking up now.
So it's saying that it's supposed to rain from like 12 to 3, or it's got a slight chance. And then it's got a bigger chance of thunderstorms and rain from 3 to 5. And then it's rain chances from there until like midnight. And then it's supposed to be really just hitting us like no tomorrow, Thursday. And it'll be raining all day.
When we'll be out and about in town. Good thing we got tiny.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
So tomorrow, it's going to be a lot of rain, which we're not going to be here. So
no,
we'll be out in town, running around, doing our errands, taking Scarlett in, and doing what we need to do.
Yep. Doing all of our stuff. So I'm not really sure what we want to do today. I guess me and you have to discuss that a little bit further, because on the one hand, we can go out there and we can do all those markings. And that's just another step of, to get us where we need to be.
Yeah, I think it would be smart for us to get up there and get in the side window king studs and double top plate all the way to this wall.
Okay.
Coming this way.
And then that way when we come back, and then also do the markings and stuff. So that way when we come back out this weekend, we're just cutting holes and doing headers.
Correct.
And then all the top plates, except for that wall, would be finished.
Yep. So if we can get it down to where it's just this back wall right there, then that makes it to where that's all we got to focus on. And it would be like the front wall when we did it, but it's going to be a little different because it's not as many windows and everything else.
No.
The bigger
Well, and we need to
doorways
go down too. Don't we need to go buy a couple of boards that are long enough or something? You said for like the pantry header, or what header is it? Or no, it's not the pantry.
It's the half wall header.
The half wall header.
So we have it's an 8-foot opening perfectly, and we have 7 feet 9 inches.
Yeah, we're off
3/4.
just like a crumb.
So we're
And Mr. .36 over here, you know, which is a quality I admire. But yeah, that ain't gonna fly.
No.
It has to be. It has to be.
No.
So we
I'm
just
gonna
need
make it
a couple
exactly.
boards.
Yeah, I want it to be an exact 8-foot opening right there, because it's just easier if we're thinking about later on and everything else. If you did want to put in like you know, those little shutter things to separate, but I don't see you doing that. But I'm just thinking longevity wise of if down the road it's like, hey, you want this, and I'm like, all right, well, then it's evenly spaced, you know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm
My
gonna want it to
OCD-ness.
be open, wide open. I think having that half wall there is going to be cool because it's going to give us more plugs.
Yep.
It also does provide for distinct areas of this is this space and this is that space. But because it's a half wall, you still get the feeling of openness between the kitchen, dining, and living room area. We've had houses before, like our Boulder City house. That one was straight up closed spaces where the kitchen was like a tiny walk-in closet type of space. And then the living room was another, but they were distinct spaces, right? And that sucked because when I was in the kitchen doing stuff or whatever, and everyone's in the living room hanging out, I felt like I, you know, wasn't a part of the event or, you know, the gathering. And we've also had our house in Arizona where everything was super open. Yep. Everything was very, very open. And that also sucked because then there was no separation of space, and having kids, like everything got strung around everywhere.
Yep.
And so, I don't know, this is hopefully going to be a nice balance of the two. We'll see. We'll see how it works out.
I think it's going to turn out really, really good.
I think so too.
I think it's going to be amazing. And like I said, I mean, I could bring it in a little here and there, you know, but I'm just thinking feng shui and like how it's gonna flow and look and everything else. And I want that pantry wall and to that half wall to be a flat wall, so it's a continuous part to where once it comes into that wall that goes this way, it's an actual corner at that half wall. It's not protruding off of that corner and having, you know, a weird funky protrusion into the wall space.
I know what you mean.
But I don't know.
Yeah. No, I could envision it. I know what you're talking about. It's going to be beautiful.
I'm a little OCD. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, babe. It's what makes you.
We got to get those headers, and that shouldn't take us. I mean, we only got to get like 4 pieces. I think I'm going to get probably 6 8-footers just because of me.
Well, I know you talked about, you know, obviously we got to go to town tomorrow, but I know you talked about Friday going to town too. Take some stuff, take all of our trash.
Well, that's when I'm thinking of getting it, is on Friday, because on Thursday we're going to be out and about with Scarlett, and I don't really want to do a whole lot of running around errand wise, but I do know that she's probably going to want us to go over to Walmart and pick her up something special.
Oh, I'm sure.
To eat, and to, you know.
I'm sure, and that's fine.
That's fine.
That's good.
So while we're in there, we can grab some other little odds and ends.
Well, when you go to town on Thursday, like we're juggling a bunch of stuff, right? So we're trying to finalize what we need to finalize with the cabin, but also spring is right around the corner, and we've been looking at like the farmer planting guide thing for our area.
Yes.
And that's one thing that we have to do is there's certain seeds that we have to start indoors, and realistically, we should have started them already. Like a week ago. So we're not too late, you know, starting them a week late isn't the end of the world or anything.
No, we'll be able to harvest and have it good.
And a lot of the stuff that we want to put in our garden needs to be put in like the 2nd week to 3rd week of March. Well, now that we are in March, that doesn't give us much time. So I know that that's going to have to take priority.
Yep.
Because we would love to, like our whole journey and the whole reason why we moved out here and stuff is so we could learn and become more self-sufficient, raise our own food, and whether it be food from the garden, food from meat, and then learn how to preserve it and be eating off of it, be more self-sustainability, and learn how to hunt and do things out in the wilderness and kind of forage and gather and all that. So that's part of the journey. And quite frankly, I'm getting tired of having to run to the store for produce when I have this beautiful land that I know could be providing for us.
Yes.
We just got to put in a little bit of the work, and I'm eager to do it. I'm looking forward to my peaceful time in the garden, and just the calmness that you get from being in nature and getting dirt on underneath your fingernails, and just the smell. I'm looking forward to that part again. I think it'd be really good for me.
Yeah.
So, all that being said, that's another thing that we're kind of moving up in the priority list. And so there are some things that we have to get so that way we could start doing all of that, because again, the time is ticking away on us.
Yes.
To get that stuff done. Like, we have to have certain infrastructure placed, and we have to have, obviously the inside seeds planted inside, and then that way we could transplant, and then we have a couple weeks and then we could do the dirt ones outside. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be
we'll see.
It's gonna be fun. We got work ahead of us, that's for sure.
We're definitely juggling.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. This month is gonna be a great month. We're gonna have a lot done this month. And it's gonna be like, holy crap.
Dried in cabin, garden starting. Hopefully we'll be able to move around and the chickens and get them a bigger space.
It's all coming.
Kids are gonna get a tree house. We got a lot of good plans and stuff for this month.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll just
I can get the garage starting.
I was gonna wait on that one, but yes.
But yes, I know.
Yes.
You know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
I would like to get that one up and dried in.
That might not be until April, because we have those other things those other things that I just mentioned. You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly.
I don't know. That's a lot.
We have no idea.
That's a lot. But yes, we do have all of these things that we got to get done. And Gary's garage is high on the priority list too.
Yes. The house is top because we obviously don't want any leaks or anything getting messed up there. So we want to dry that in ASAP. And then as soon as that's dried in, we can get our garage done. We're not going to be able to get the garage doors right away. So we're going to be able to plan out that front side, but that's all right. We'll have a nice covered area where we can work and cut boards and not have to worry about the rain and the weather, and we'll be all right.
Yep.
Then we can get the doors ordered and figure out what that space needs to be, and I can frame that out real quick, and we'll get doors in there. But yeah, those garage doors. If anybody knows anybody in this area that does really good garage doors and just random customized doors, let me know.
Yeah, we're price checking.
They're proud of those doors.
Yeah,
man.
they're real proud of them.
Swear, that's going to be the most expensive thing of the whole garage, I feel like.
Yeah. Yep.
Dang doors.
Well, stuff like that, luckily though, is not time sensitive.
Exactly.
As getting things in the dirt for the garden. That's time sensitive, because if we don't plant it at the right time, well, then we're not going to get a harvest out of it. You can't wait too long.
Correct.
And you can't do it too early either. You really do got to try to do it when you're supposed to do it. You can be flexible with it by a week either which way, I think. Sometimes you might even be able to get away with 2 weeks. But you really want to try to do it when they suggest for you to do it.
Yeah.
And then the chickens, they're living creatures, so that's also something sort of high on the priority list.
Yeah.
But we are going to make time to do it all, Gary. We're going to do it all.
We got it.
Little by little.
It'll be little by little. It'll get done.
Yeah.
One way or another. It's going to be done.
It's going to get there. Well, speaking of getting there, guys, I'm still in my PJs. I need to get a shower, and I need to discuss with Gary, figure out what we're going to do. We're probably going to end up getting up there and getting some more double top plates in, so that way this weekend will go really smoothly for us. That's most likely what we're going to do, but I really need a shower first. And I got to get all this stuff together and whatnot. But I wanted to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We'll be filming, and we'll be keeping you guys in the loop on what's going on. I'll probably have some more vlogs for you guys over the weekend. We'll see. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today on Real Talk. I want to, if you guys missed the live chat with Tim over on his channel, I'll put a link down in the description. Go watch the replay because, man, it was hilarious.
It was awesome.
It was a lot of fun. So thank you guys for joining us, to everyone that was there. Thank you, Tim, for hosting and inviting us. And we're getting out of here. So until the next one, guys, love y'all. Hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.